Hey guys, this is Ken with Kenjutsu Bring It to Life, and in this video I'd like to share a new prop, Isaac Foster's Scythe from Satsuriku no Tenshi. I was asked how I would make this particular item, so I've prepared a very short tutorial for you. The prop is not hard to make, so stick around if you'd like to make one too. Materials and tools needed will be put in the description. So the first thing we'll make is the blade. To start, you can use the stencil I've prepared available on my Deviant Art page. Once you've downloaded it, you can print it out to however large you'd like. My blade is going to be a little under 33 inches long. Once you have it printed, you can then tape it to your fiberboard. Then, using a sharp blade like an X-Acto knife, trace over the outline hard enough to cut into the fiberboard, leaving a cut that you can then trace over with a pen or pencil. Now you can cut out your outline to get something like this. I strongly advise that you sand, prime, and sand your blade again at this point so you have a nice smooth surface to paint on in a little bit. But before painting, let's make our handle. For this prop, I'm making the handle from a 5-foot length of 3/4 inch Schedule 40 PVC pipe. You can make it however long or short you'd like, of course, but I've noticed Zack's is a bit shorter than he is, so I think 5 feet will work for me. The next step may require some ingenuity on your part, which is cutting out the 1/4 inch gap for your blade and the pipe. I simply use a bench grinder with a 1/4 inch thick wheel, but another method you may employ is the use of a metal cutting disc and a power drill. I've used this method for other projects, so I know it's doable, but some might consider it a bit difficult and dangerous. In any case, just remember you only need to create the gap on one side of the pipe, the side the blade is going into, and thus should avoid cutting it all the way through. Once you have your gap, drill a few holes through both pipe and blade. The holes should be just a little larger than your screws, that way they slide in easily for quick assembly and disassembly. Don't worry about the screws falling out, since some finger-tight nuts will keep them in place. You may have noticed the little cap atop my pipe. This is just a little circle of PVC I cut out and glued to the top. It's not necessary, but gives the item a bit more polish. Once assembled, your scythe should look something like this. Then maybe after some paint, like this. Enjoy! Because of the materials we've used, the prop is sturdy as well as light, which I think will be nice for cons and any other costuming fun. Please note I will not make a real one with a metal blade that may be used to injure others, so don't bother asking. But as you can see, the scythe is fully swingable. Now I understand not everyone has the tools or the time to put into this, so I do plan to make these available for purchase on eBay and Etsy. Look for them there if you'd like one. The ones available in my stores will require a little toolless assembly. No worries though, it is very, very simple. So, when you receive a scythe from me, hopefully you'll get all these little bits and pieces, pre-painted of course. The blade, the connecting rod, 2 screws and nuts, the top part of the handle with the gap, and the paired bottom half. So first we'll take the connecting rod and basically just jam it about halfway into the angled ends of the half so they join together along the angled edge. Mine's a little dirty because I've been playing around with it. It does take a bit of elbow grease to fit these pieces together. This is so it takes just as much to take them apart, giving the haft a nice strong hold without the use of any clasps or additional screws. This also helps provide a more seamless join. Once the haft is together, you can then set your blade, just fitting it into the gap and lining up the holes. Since the holes are just a touch larger than the screws, they should be able to just punch through without the need for a screwdriver or any such thing. Then you can secure your screws with the provided nuts. Finger tight is all that's really needed for them. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching, like and subscribe to keep seeing more of my stuff. My back isn't doing great these days, so I'm trying to start up a writing career with a focus on fantasy novels. You can check out my first series, Alice Dippleblack, available here on YouTube as well as Amazon. Alice Dippleblack is a fantasy adventure series that takes place in a fantastical world of anthropomorphic animals, wondrous magic, and dangerous monsters. It predominantly follows three orphans of vastly differing backgrounds in their struggle to survive in a land torn by war. Despite their differences, the trials the three endure together forge a bond that helps shape the future of their world. If that sounds like something you'd be into, feel encouraged to check them out. If you'd like to be part of it, just know I am currently rewriting the entire series and am always looking for beta readers. For up-to-date info, please visit my blog at kjbaileytheauthor.blogspot.com.